What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning David Tua, Ike Ibeabuchi, one of the record-breaking hottest fights of 1990s. We had two undefeated warriors, David the Tua Man, Tua versus Ike the President Ibeabuchi, as these guys slugged it out for 12 hard-fought rounds, and in fact they broke a record for throwing the most punches ever in a heavyweight fight, especially in a 12-round fight. 1,730 punches thrown between the two, which these guys put on a one hell of a fight, and we had a spectacular ending. You guys stay tuned for another Counterpunch Boxing News Rewind starring these two warriors. Here we go.
Smith, Ketchum, and Van Buren Lemons. Our timekeeper is Stan Gordon. This contest also sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Suleiman, and Supervisor Hay Collegian. Our three judges assigned to score this bout on the 10-point must system are Rudy Jordan, Hank Ellisbrew, and Dick Young. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action is Lou Filippo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black. He weighed in at 235 pounds. His professional record is unblemished. 16 victories, 12 by knockout. From Dallas, Texas, here is Ike, the President, Ibeabuchi. Opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with white and weighing 226 pounds. He too is undefeated with 27 victories, 23 by knockout. From South Auckland, New Zealand, here is the WBC International Heavyweight Champion, David the Terminator Tua.
They did it. It's okay. Let's go. Okay, Tua. Okay, you had your instructions in the dressing room. Give me a good fight. Shake hands.
Here we go. Fighters like Tua always look easier to hit or even easier to beat than they really are. They have such extraordinary will. They put so much pressure on that they can undermine even the best of athletes.
And Lou Duva doesn't like the way Ike Ibeabuchi's gloves have been put on, and so now Ibeabuchi's gloves will be adjusted under the guidance of referee Lou Filippo.
We'll tape him in the second round. They got to go back and get it.
You heard Filippo say that they will tape his gloves in the second round.
Got to go back and get the tape. And immediately Ibeabuchi begins jabbing to try to keep Tua out there on the end of his jab. People in David Tua's camp, notably trainer Ronnie Shields, saying Ibeabuchi's a better fighter than David Izanrite, stronger, a better boxer. If so, Tua could be in for a long night.
Ibeabuchi starting very fast. Good combinations, body and head.
Tua a little bit slow to get untracked here in the early going. Ibeabuchi, as Larry pointed out, working behind the jab and landing combinations. Uppercut for Ibeabuchi. Tua not getting off. Hard right hand over the top by Tua. Ibeabuchi says, I've got your right hand right here. And comes back to the body.
He also had a low left, for which he was warned.
Tua leaning in and looking to get off at close range. Ibeabuchi strong enough to keep Tua bodied off and go back to working on his jab. Ibeabuchi's confidence coming in against the extremely heralded Tua. You don't have to be concerned about that anymore. It's Tua who looks as though he's a little bit overwhelmed here in round one, and Ibeabuchi is just firing away.
Hey, keep him up.
Sometimes a fighter, Jim, early in the fight will throw a lot of punches because he's not confident, because he wants to see how he behaves in there as well as his opponent. Tua taking his time, good left hook, doesn't faze him.
Ibeabuchi landing the left hook right on the button. Tua's only had a chance to throw one of his patented sweeping left hooks. Ibeabuchi just a little bit low, but Tua had referee Lou Filippo blocked off from that one.
One difference you already see in Tua from his last couple of fights, which is he's trying to smother Ibeabuchi's punches by staying right on top of him.
Ibeabuchi missing with a big left hook. Tua blocking a right hand, and now Tua begins to bob with the head as round one comes to a close.
You feeling all right? Yeah, man. All right, baby. You the man, right? Who the man? All right, you the man. You the man. All right, look. I was a good round. You came up one time and got hit with a hook. Don't come straight up high, all right? We don't want you coming up high, all right? Look, sure. Snap that jab out there, all right? You can't lay it out there with this guy. No, but this guy, look, he's fighting your fight on the inside, okay? Look.
You don't want to stay in that pit, okay? Yeah. Now, you got to box it.
Don't with the jab. You don't out of there. Don't stay there all day with him. Take a deep breath. Stop. Take a deep breath. You do it fine. But don't stay in there all day. Stay in there, let him know you're not scared. You got that jab. Okay?
Can Ibeabuchi sustain that level, Jim? He hasn't had long, tough fights. He's got to prove that he can just stay with it, fight that fight for 6, 8, 10 rounds, and then dig something out for the championship round.
And he sustained the Philip Holiday-like punch output. Ibeabuchi throwing 91 punches by CompuBox count in round number one. The heavyweight average is between 45 and 50 punches per round, so Ibeabuchi doubled the average in round one. And he comes out firing again in round two.
Hey, hold it. Keep him up.
That's the second warning.
Into his big left hook. I heard Ronnie Shields telling Tua between rounds, we don't want you to stick your head up like that. Stay down.
Ibeabuchi keeping that right hand high to fend off the powerful left hook of Tua.
And Ibeabuchi still no less bashful about throwing punches as he continues to fire away in combinations in round two.
These are big, powerful men pounding on each other at this stage of the show.
Maybe it's just something about David Tua that steps up the activity level. His fight with David Izanrate produced more punches thrown by two heavyweights in a 12-round fight than any other since CompuBox started counting them about 15 years ago.
Tua has started to find some openings with his right hand, not his best hand.
And though Ibeabuchi has certainly thrown a lot of punches and landed a fair number in the first couple of rounds, he has not done any perceptible damage to Tua here in the early going.
Well, basically, Jim, that's what makes Tua Tua.
Right hand landed for Ibeabuchi. Tua getting inside and trying to throw the left hook.
Ibeabuchi is very impressive to this point.
ringside for Tua. Tua weighed in at 226, Ibeabuchi at 235. You have to figure they both gained a little weight since then. So when they lean against each other, it's 500 pounds of muscle looking for room to move in the middle of the ring.
Very fast pace.
All right, baby, all right. That's my man. That's my man right there. All right, Tua. Hello. Tua. Look, how you feel, baby? We're looking good, baby. Look, this guy can't keep up this pace like this. Tua.
And there's a look at Erin Antcolt, a doctor's assistant right here in Sacramento. Does a little part-time work as a round card girl. Most enviable job on the planet for women like Erin.
You're doing good. Let's keep on outside, all right? I got this little bitch. You just keep fighting. I got you. Okay?
Hey, close to him like that, all right?
All right.
All right? No, punch and step him out. If you're not going to punch, you got to walk around the guy. Keep turning this guy, okay?
Keep
Hold the
turning
body.
this guy.
Look at the short overhand right.
Keep turning this guy.
Ibeabuchi again threw 91 punches in round 2, so he's consistent. 91 punches thrown in round 1, 91 punches thrown in round 2.
Well, if he can do that for 12 rounds, it'll be very hard to beat.
Loading up the uppercut. That can get dangerous, particularly against Tua's left hook. And again, Ibeabuchi just keeps throwing. It was Tua who said, I should throw enough punches that my offense is my defense. So far, it is Ibeabuchi who is constructing exactly that fight plan.
So far has smothered the big left hand of Tua, and that's enabling him to dominate this fight.
So the job for Tua is to stick with the program, not get frustrated, and hope that Ibeabuchi wears down so that that punch output comes down a little bit, and that he'll get careless and make a mistake which allows Tua to land his left hook. Trying to bob into a position to land that left hook, and it just isn't there. And so far, Ibeabuchi does a good job of taking the left hook away. And Tua goes to the right hand over the top, and Ibeabuchi comes back with a right hand of his own over the top and an uppercut. Now they trade body shots.
Something has to give.
Hold it! Fighting in a phone booth through 3 rounds. Want to see a hot young prospect? How about a look at welterweight ferocious Fernando Vargas against a brave but overmatched opponent named Bill Burden tonight. That's Vargas in the multicolored shorts. And what a natural he is, Larry.
Yeah, he's from Oxnard. He medaled at the Olympics. He appears to have it all.
Stop.
No!
Stop.
No!
No.
What the fuck are you doing?
The fight is over.
Including the look of a fighter.
rounds.
Go right around them. You're not going to the right. You're standing in front of them, right? Go around them and get your hands off. Break a rib, baby. You got this here. Hit him on the shoulder. But punch hard.
Overhead right is there. Overhead right is there.
Let me see you punch with authority in there. All right? Get close and turn them around. Turn them around in there. Come on.
Through 3 rounds, Ike Ibeabuchi not slowing down against David Tua. Ibeabuchi with 182 punches, 91 apiece in the first 2 rounds, through 95 punches in the 3rd round. So with his extraordinary activity level, he's dominating the fight so far.
Seems to be smothering himself. He doesn't seem free enough to get off.
You heard Lou Duva asking him between rounds to step into position to throw to the body. But he doesn't have time to step into position to throw to the body because Ibeabuchi is throwing at him the whole time. That you got 2 big heavyweights pounding away at one another. In another boxing after dark brawl, Ike Ibeabuchi looking for a huge upset over rising prospect David Tua. And so far, Ibeabuchi winning the first 3 rounds, at least in our eyes, as he doubles Tua in punch output. Now Tua begins to rake Ibeabuchi's body with hard right hands. Still holding his own against Tua.
Take it in, baby. Suck it up. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're staying in there too long for me. You got to make him let you get outside. Get outside and stick the jab 4 or 5 times. Then go back in there, okay? Get outside.
You let the motherfucker get too close.
Give me water with that.
Let him get too close to you.
Get outside, you.
Harold, how do you have the fight so far?
Larry, 39-37, 3 rounds to 1. Ike Ibeabuchi. I thought he outpunched him for the first 3 rounds. The 4th round, real nice job by referee Lou Filippo, who told Ibeabuchi, cut it out with that forearm shiver. Quit shoving him off with your shoulder, which is really the thing to do. But in any case, I thought David Tua did get enough good shots to win the 4th round. This is a tough fight on the judges. They got to leave it square to get a good angle to see the fight.
You're right. We both have almost the same angle. Harold, I have it 4-zip for Ibeabuchi. We had an upset at the Paris Open today. Martina Hingis losing. We had an upset in the Belmont Stakes today. Silver Charm losing. Are we getting another upset here?
Are you saying that Ibeabuchi hits like Eva Maoli?
Right down the line. Backhands and forehands.
And if Tua gets desperate, he might see within his envelope and hope that he can wear Ibeabuchi down. He'll need more body punching to do that. Working upstairs, just not getting it done for David Tua, who tends to take 2 or 3 punches in return every time he tries to hit Ibeabuchi in the head. Like that. Is going to get something done here. He'll have to find a way to chop Ibeabuchi down from the body up.
I sense that Ibeabuchi is slowing down a little bit. Still have a lot of rounds to go.
Yeah, he can slow down a lot, and that isn't going to necessarily give Tua control of the fight. Inside for Tua. Now he begins to score across the top. Ibeabuchi comes back to the body himself. And continuing to shoulder Tua off, looking for room to punch.
The referee said to Ibeabuchi, we're not playing football here, as he tried to shoulder Tua out of the way.
And Ibeabuchi is thinking, why is he talking about soccer?
Get in a couple of good shots, his best shots of the fight so far.
And Ibeabuchi answers with left hooks of his own. Now they begin to trade shots in the center of the ring. And you get the impression that over the long haul, this would favor David Tua. Ibeabuchi obviously with the urge to give back just as good as he gets. That right hand beginning to drop. And maybe Tua will get a chance to land his left hook.
This is like a big offensive line going against a big defensive line. A lot of leather popping.
And the left hook got in, as for the first time all night, Ibeabuchi allowed his right hand to wander away from his cheek.
That's the way you fight. That's the way you fight. That's the way you're supposed to beat this guy. Tua, he's hurt, baby. He's hurt. Listen to me.
A couple times.
Tua,
come on.
Let the hook go now. Don't hold the hook back no damn more. You understand? Look, this guy came and fucking breathe on.
Let's box him, all right? We're making a duel out of this, and we don't have to do that. You got the skills to do it. Let's go out there and box him, all right?
When you fight him inside, fight him inside, then get out of there, and then go back to your boxing. You stand inside too long, you let him get set up for shit. Fight him inside, then get out of there and jab there. Then go back inside, fight him, and come out of there. You stand there too long. Okay?
Here we see Tua starting to work with his left hook. The body shots have started to open his opponent up a little bit. And also, Jim, it's just that he was fighting at such a furious pace in those first 3 and 4 rounds that he had to slow down some.
Red marks around the right eye of David Tua, abrasions on the outside of his cheek. You saw Ibeabuchi's punch output dropping 68 blows in that last round. That's still an extraordinarily high punch output for a heavyweight. But far from the 91, 91, 95 with which he opened the bout. Now Tua driving Ibeabuchi back with the left hook. Tua's got to keep working to the body and keep trying to bring that right hand down. Now the right hand lands across the top for Tua. Ibeabuchi coming back with left hooks of his own. More of attrition in Sacramento. Can David Tua wear down Ibeabuchi and overcome what would appear to be an early lead on the scorecards for the Nigerian upstart? Feinting with the right and firing the left hook. Tua starting to get some room to work and getting a little bit more of a sense of himself in there as round 6 progresses. And remember, it's scheduled for 12. Ibeabuchi losing some snap on his punches. And quick left hook by Tua. Best round so far for the New Zealander. Tua blocking Ibeabuchi's left with his right hand. Stepping in behind the the jab. Ibeabuchi not defending himself nearly as well now as was the case in the earlier rounds.
But he's showing himself to be a little bit more versatile, getting a blow by standing outside and scoring with some lighter punches. And Tua has no answer there.
And as Ibeabuchi's punch count drops, he uses his hands less, starts to use his feet more, trying to create distance between himself and the hard-punching Tua. Ibeabuchi fighting much more defensively now, responding to what Tua does. The combinations belong to the Samoan-born New Zealander. Ibeabuchi being reduced here in round 6 to one punch at a time. Now he tries to throw a combination, and Tua counters it with a left hook. Right hand in close by Tua. Best round of the fight for David Tua. Hey, watch for HBO's entertaining documentary, Long Shots, the life and times of the ABA. Relive Dr. J's dunks, Rick Barry's passes, and LeBurn Tart's all-around game. The show premieres Monday night at 10 p.m. Roger Brown, Dan Issel, Willie Wise. What a great league it was, Darnell Hillman. I went to an Anaheim Amigos game, Larry.
Go to the right, hit him on the shoulder, and then you'll hit him on the cheek.
I saw Wilt Chamberlain coach the San Diego team.
That would be the conquistadors.
Got to punch more to the body. Got to go hard to the body. I got you with here. Look, Tua. Stay close to him, all right? But look, Tua.
Don't quit. You know you can go 12.
Suck it up. Get deep breath.
You do a great job. Keep your hands up.
Come on, no pain. Hurt this guy.
That was an odd statement from Curtis Cokes in the corner when he said to his fighter, don't quit. What did he see or what does he know that we don't? We didn't see any quit. We just saw him slowing down a little, which would seem to be normal.
But I think he didn't like seeing Ibeabuchi on the defensive and Tua dictating the action so clearly as was the case in the last part of round 6. So now Ibeabuchi will try to seize the initiative in the fight again, but he's backing up, popping the jab out there, not landing power shots or throwing in combinations the way he was earlier in the bout. Tua getting more and more assertive. Jab, and it's not nearly as effective as it was when he was firing combinations behind it. Tua slowing down just a little bit in the 7th as compared to what he brought in the 6th. Easier for Tua to land right hands across the top than it is for him to get in his vaunted left hook. Another power punching round for Tua. More and more of the right hand leads landing for Tua, and now he gets in a left hook behind it. Ibeabuchi not nearly as
Tua just keeps coming as his type of fighter has to do. This is what has made him special up to this point in his career.
The relentlessness of Tua. Hard right hands and the power left hook. Defining round 7 as the bell approaches.
Come on. David, you're not listening to me. Look, move to the right. Throw the short overhand right. And come back with that double hook. Tua, you're going to catch him all the time, baby. You understand? Look, Tua. Now, look, you know we've been level with you, all right? This is a very close fight now. Look, the little small jab that this guy is throwing is throwing punches on you. You got the jab with the guy. When you get close, throw the overhand right and back to the double up with the hook. But look, go back to the...
You can't let him just walk and do what the fuck he want to do. You got to make a run at him. You got to show him you're a bad man. You got to make a little run at him now, okay? You can't just stand there and just let him dictate what the fuck's going to happen in this round. You go and make a run at it, a strong run at it. Strong, hit him as hard as you can. Come on, let's go.
Pick the left hand up, all right?
Right, baby.
You heard Curtis Coates, the trainer, who senses that Tua is coming on and feels that his fighter has to make a stand here, not to let it get away from him.
Curtis Coates told us about Ibeabuchi. He said he has more desire than any fighter I've ever known in the game, and that's saying something because Curtis Coates has been in the game more than 40 years. He's going to need all of that desire and more now. In the last 2 rounds, Ibeabuchi's connect percentage by CompuBox count is slipping well below 20%. He had been landing at a 50% rate early in the bout. And Tua's connect percentage is rising as he gets in more and more of those right hands across the top, the occasional left hook, and when he remembers to do it, body shots. Tua. Ibeabuchi tries to come back to Tua's ribcage, but without effect. Tua landing a right hand. Ibeabuchi firing mostly against Tua's arms and elbows. Got in a left hook, but Tua landed the counter right hand in return. Ibeabuchi throwing, but by far the most damage now being done by the hard-punching New Zealander, David Tua. So conscious of the right hand that the left hook is increasingly there for him.
He's fighting gallantly, but he hasn't been able yet to mount the kind of all-out attack that Coates asked him for. So you have to wonder if he has one left in him.
Assignment for David Tua tonight, trying to wear down a fighter who got the jump on him and was more of an aggressor in the early rounds. And that left hook by Ibeabuchi, his best punch in 3 rounds. Lands another quick left hook. As Tua, so conscious of aggression with the right hand that he started to drop it and wasn't blocking his cheek, and Ibeabuchi took advantage to twice land the left hook.
All right, we're looking good, David. Now, look, David, look. Baby, look. You got the punch, Tua. Look, you waiting too long with this guy. This guy trying to steal it. He's trying to steal the round from you at the last 30 seconds. Now, that's what we're working on, right? Okay? Now, Tua, listen to me. You got to go back to the body. Look, you're throwing the overhand right, but you're falling short with your hooks because you're not coming back with nothing. Throw the right hand, the overhand right.
Harold
Double the
Letterman,
hook up. Then look, go back to the body
we're
with the guy.
two-thirds of the way through this fight. How do you have it?
Larry, I got it close. 4 rounds apiece, 76-76. I got it all even. I thought David Tua definitely won 4, 5, 6, and 7. He kept moving forward. He was landing a cleaner, harder shots, and all of a sudden, in the 8th round, I thought he ran into a couple of really good shots that Ike landed. So I get the first 3 rounds to Ike, the 8th round to Ike. I got it all even.
I have it 4, 3, and 1 for President Ike, as he calls himself, Mr. President. We have seen nothing not to like Ike about so far in this fight.
Interestingly, in round 8 by CompuBox numbers, David Tua threw 82 punches. Tua's punch output rising through the course of the bout. Ibeabuchi threw 73 punches in that round. It's still a very high output for a heavyweight. Hard left hook to the body by Tua. Ibeabuchi still comes forward. Two very strong heavyweights. Some of the snap beginning to return to Ike Ibeabuchi's punches in the latter part of round 8 and now the beginning of round 9. For a while he was going with the jab. Now he's sticking it with resolution again.
You may wonder, how does a fighter like this come out of nowhere? I frankly admit I had never heard of him until this fight was made. 16 professional fights, short amateur career, but he's had excellent teaching. He has a magnificent body, and he wants to win.
Well, I'll tell you what, for a division that's gotten so much bad ink and bad publicity in the last 5 or 6 years, there is a ton of talent in the heavyweight division.
We've seen some excellent foreign fighters, Jim. We haven't seen one of them yet rise to the level of champions.
But maybe Tua will. And you saw that uppercut stopping Ibeabuchi in his tracks for the moment.
We haven't seen anyone yet who is a Tyson or a Holyfield. Both of those fighters in their 30s.
Chances now through round 9. You saw him slinging that big right hand over the top. He's bound to take the occasional left hook in return when he throws a punch like that. But by this point, you suspect that Tua has decided Ibeabuchi can't really hurt him. Good blocking of the left hook by Tua there with the right hand. And Tua able to throw across the top and come back twice to the body. Maybe a tiny bit low. Lou Filippo says keep him up. As Tua has made an impression to the body in this round, Ibeabuchi again lost the snap off his jab.
Look, you got 2 hands, baby. Look, you got 2 hands. Tua, you got to move both hands, baby. That's all I can tell you. Look, Tua, you're going the wrong way. Go to the right. Throw the right hand and start doubling up on the hook. Okay? Tua. Now look, start leading off with the hook now at the top. All right?
You got to get close
at the top, then go to the body. Okay? Give me some word.
I called him on it.
You got to get mean, son. Got to get mean, big guy. You're slipping away from us, okay? Huh? Come on now, come on. You got to make me a serious run now. Okay. Come on, baby. Help me out here. Come on, make a serious run at this man. When you're set, you got to stay to the body, though, Tua.
Here we see Tua using that left hand that has brought him to this point. 3 hooks, partially blocked, followed by the uppercut.
Round 10 of a scheduled 12 between David Tua and Ike Ibeabuchi, and if the plan is for Tua to get a lot of tough rounds, he's getting them at this stage in his career. 12th round knockout of David Izonrite in December, then 11 rounds with Meskaya a couple of months ago, and now this, as he goes into the 10th with Ibeabuchi. After Dark, the baddest boxing telecast in the business. Solid left hook by Tua, and he follows with another left hook. And a right across the top. The strong Ibeabuchi able to weather the storm. To the head, left hook to the body. Ibeabuchi snapping the jab. Walking right through Ibeabuchi's stuff at this point.
David Tua is one of those fighters who's a mile wide and a mile deep. There's real depth to him. The way he keeps coming against a bigger, heavier man, takes everything. This is a very rare thing to see in any fighter.
Joe Frazier.
Those kind of guys. I saw Joe Frazier in his first fight in Madison Square Garden, knocked down twice by Oscar Bonavena in one round, came close to losing that fight, got off the canvas in the middle of the round, finished the round, won the fight big. That's what it takes.
David Tua has landed several clean power shots here in the 10th round, landing left hooks and right hands over the top, as he has throughout the second half of this fight. Fascinating fight to score. The early portions clearly belong to Ibeabuchi. Middle segment seemed to belong to Tua. Both fighters have had their moments in the last couple of rounds. Great combination by Tua. Great combination by Ibeabuchi.
Left one, all right? Okay.
Okay, you're doing all right, son. You're doing all right. There's a nice one. I need a better one. I need a better one. You got your second win now? Yeah. You feel good? Yeah. Okay, let's throw some punches. Let's throw some punches. The right hand. Listen, the right hand you throw.
Most punches ever thrown in heavyweight fights scored by the CompuBox punch counters. 14 rounds for Ali Frazier, 3, the Thrilla in Manila, 1,591 punches. That's the record. Record for a 12-round fight, 2 against Izanrite, December 21, 1996, in Uncasville, Connecticut. You saw there, already through 10 rounds, Tua versus Ibeabuchi, 3rd on the all-time CompuBox list. And in the last round, the 10th, Ibeabuchi threw 85 punches. Comes out punching to begin the 11th. But it is Tua who is landing the harder, more damaging shots, like that right hand right there. And just as was the case with the first of our 2 fights tonight, Larry, neither man likely to be penalized in public estimation by what they've done here.
If this formerly unknown fighter should lose the fight to Tua, he is obviously on the long list, if not the short list, of heavyweights you want to see again. Harold, 10 rounds, how do you have it now?
Larry, 6-4, 96-94. David Tua. I think he's winning this fight on effective aggressiveness and clean, hard punching. But I want to tell you, this is a rough fight to score. It could go either way, and the judges really got to lead to get a good view of this fight. I'm telling you, this is going to be a tough, close decision.
I agree with you, Harold. I have Tua ahead 5-4-1.
Remember Mike Tyson saying a few years ago, I work in a hurt business. This is a hurt fight. Both men hurting each other constantly throughout the battle. Neither man ever in danger of going down, despite all the hard punches that have been landed. 2 very strong heavyweights. desire is equal to that of David Tua, you've really proven something. Ike Ibeabuchi emerging as a star himself in this down-to-the-wire battle with super prospect David Tua.
This round decides the fight, baby. Tua, you just gotta keep throwing punches like that, okay? No, Tua, you can do this, baby. I promise you, you can do this. I know you can go. You gotta go. 3 minutes of hell. Last round, you in good shape. Keep your hands up and throw punches. In God we trust. Okay?
Let me get a couple times out there. Now let me see you hurt him next time again. You want the fight? You want to be champion? You want to be champion? Then get the hell out there.
All this hard work you got, you gotta go now.
Yours was taken. You got to go out here and fight this motherfucker, okay? Give me the mouthpiece. Get the mouthpiece. Suck it up. Suck it up. Okay. Fire hard. You're not hitting hard with your hook in your right hand. Come on, you hit hard that.
This is the championship. You got to go out there and fight. You got to go out there and fight.
What a fight! And as they come out for the 12th, Ike Ibeabuchi smiles at David Tua and nods as if to say, hey, you are some man.
And Tua smiled right back at him, Jim.
Fabulous sportsmanship, great competition. Both fighters giving it the best they've got. Ibeabuchi starting the 12th the way he started the first, firing combinations to try to get Tua's attention. And Tua coming on with the heavy artillery.
Very good punches.
Both fighters unbeaten. Neither man wants to lose. Tua trying to bust Ibeabuchi up in the 12th with that massive left hook.
It's almost a shame, Jim, that one of these fellas isn't a champion and the other a challenger, because this would be one hell of a heavyweight championship fight.
It has been that caliber of a battle. Probably going to wind up with an all-time CompuBox record for most punches ever thrown by heavyweights in a 12-round bout. In fact, as I turn to look at the punch counters, they assure me it's already a record. Crowd chanting, Tua, Tua, Tua. Ibeabuchi deserved just as much adulation tonight. Tua looking for another one of those late knockouts. Ibeabuchi hoping to get to the scorecards and see if maybe the judges have seen it his way.
better fighters, surely. Great fighters, but two big men hammering at each other like that for 12 rounds, throwing that many punches. That's extraordinary. I thought Tua won a close decision.
I think so, too. I'll be surprised if David Tua doesn't get the decision, but I can't wait to see Ike Ibeabuchi again.
Harold, how do you have it after 12?
Larry, let's make it a threesome. I thought David Tua won a close decision. 115, 113, 7 rounds to 5, David Tua. I want to tell you something. I don't think he stole that last round with those last few shots. I thought Ike won it, but be as it may, I still think David had enough of a lead to win this fight. You know, when Ike gave him room to punch, David did best. When Ike stood in toe-to-toe in those first couple of rounds, I thought Ike did really well. But as the fight wore on, David Tua showed he was the stronger puncher. The reason that this fight is so hard on the judges is because half the time you're looking at a guy's back, because heavyweights move very, very slowly. They don't turn much. It's hard to really get a good view. In any case, 7-5, 115, 113, David Tua.
Extraordinary effort by both fighters, and what a statement on Ibeabuchi's courage and desire that after being hurt at the end of the 11th, he came out and clearly won the first minute of the 12th round, imposing his will on the extraordinary Tua during that part of the frame. And it is indeed an all-time record for punches thrown by two heavyweights in a bout scored by Counterpunch over 12 rounds. In fact, they threw more punches through 12 rounds than Ali and Frazier threw in their 14 hellacious rounds in Manila.
I got it.
Still waiting for the official decision from the judges. Tua looking for his 28th consecutive win. Only the 5th time that he's had to go the distance. Ibeabuchi told us yesterday, after tomorrow night, I will no longer be a secret kept. And now let's go to ring announcer Jim Hall for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Judge Young scores this fight 117-111. Judge Ellisprue sees it 115-114. Judge Jordan scores this fight 116-113. Unanimous decision in favor of the new WBC International Heavyweight Champion, Ike, the President, Ibeabuchi. Ibeabuchi.
Upset City for the second consecutive week on Boxing After Dark. A giant upset strikes the heavyweight division, as the judges are impressed by Ike Ibeabuchi's 975 punches thrown, most ever by an individual heavyweight in a 12-round fight.